Welcome to the course. Let me now present you with the topics of coverage in this course, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Essentials. So this is a unique course, a complete course covering mainly hands-on essentials of Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. We'll be starting off with the concepts of the cloud. So I'll be presenting with the cloud versus on-premises analogy. This is towards better understanding of the cloud. And then what is a cloud? Its characteristics. And post that, yes, how to get access into the cloud Oracle infrastructure. As a matter of fact, now Oracle since September 2019, they are providing a free tier. Free tier in the sense, if you look at the competitors like Google or Amazon, it's for the free options is for just about few months or max of 1 year, but Oracle has come out recently in September 2019 that they have offering always free service. Some of them are always free service. That is where they have offered the OCI, and that is Oracle Cloud Infrastructure is generally referred as OCI. So how to get access to that? So I'll be presenting a presentation on that, and then we look at the components of Oracle Cloud Infrastructure and what is an autonomous database. So with Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, earlier they were providing only mainly the server part, the operating system, and recently I think once they started offering the free tier, they have also included the database part, the autonomous database part. So we'll be looking at what is an autonomous database and creating autonomous database on the OCI, that is the cloud. Then the autonomous database tools, usage and associated demonstration using how to access the SQL of the cloud instance. You can use it through the web tool, or you can even still go ahead and use the client tool, SQL developer client tool. So we'll see that how to access. Then we'll see populating a cloud table from a spreadsheet. And then we look at the basics of the Apex tool, creating a workspace, navigating in Oracle Apex, loading data from spreadsheet and creating a simple report. As a matter of fact, Apex is a quite exhaustive tool. It's very difficult to cover in this course. So it is just the basics you will have, and beyond that you need to further work or take up a separate course, Oracle Apex course, to learn more on the Apex tool. And then Oracle has machine learning part as well. So we'll be looking at the data analytics and visualization using Oracle machine learning. This tool is something similar to, if you're comfortable with the Jupyter notebook, this looks like Jupyter notebook. The interesting aspect is you use the data from the database itself and you analyze and use visualization tools. You can have different graphs through this tool. So we'll see that, and with that we would have covered the database part, and then we'll get into the cloud infrastructure terminology. From here on we'll be discussing on the operating system side, which is basically how to create a Linux instance. In this case you can also look at creating Windows, but in this one I'm covering the Linux part. So compute engine is where you create the Linux instance, so creation of Linux instance on a virtual machine and access. step-by-step demonstration of creation of Linux instance and accessing it remote via PuTTY. So there are steps involved, so I'll be covering that, and this is very important. Compute engine enabling the Oracle Linux GUI and accessing through the VNC. And finally, because why GUI is required is because some of the applications like Jupyter Notebook will require your browser, and for browser it needs to be a GUI instance. So we'll be enabling the Linux GUI in the virtual machine, and then how to access through the VNC will be using Tiger VNC, and finally the installation access, installing Jupyter Notebook and accessing this just as an any application on which needs GUI. So I have taken an example of Jupyter Notebook, how to go about installing Jupyter Notebook on the VM and how to access that. So in all, we'll be looking at critical and essentials of the Oracle Cloud infrastructure. So once you have registered in the course, let's begin the course. Thank you.